not belated, but happy Makar Sankrant to you all and your families. May the ascending sun bring joy and prosperity to all of you. Today, we are on a very, very important topic. In my opinion, the most important one of a positioning of an umpire, uh, whether it's behind the wickets or parallel to the wickets. It's that positioning which helps umpires give good decisions. More often than not, you can be rest assured that if your positioning is correct, you will never go wrong. Pranav today has agreed in principle to give us a rundown on what positioning is all about. He will bring about the nuances. वर्षा नवीन शब्द आहे ऐकून घे. Nuances of positioning, which will enable us as the season starts, which I hope is very quick, very soon, uh, to understand how we should progress towards making this season a season to remember for all of us. Let's also thank Subodh Vaidya. He's taken up the responsibility, and today, with all the permissions in place, he's going to go live with this program on YouTube. This is not going to be, this is obviously going to be a program which is recorded, but simultaneously, it's going live on YouTube. This is an experiment that we have done to ensure that it remains there and we don't have to upload it later on for people to see. Uh, till the time that we say, as I start, till the time I call play and call time, we'll stick to the topic in focus and ensure that we stick to the positioning which Pranav is going to carry us forward for the day. Over to you, Pranav. All the best, and nice to know that you back and hale and hearty, and that's what we look forward to. Uh, really happy to see you back in full flow.
Thank you, sir. Thank
All,
you. Okay. Subodh, please allow me to share my screen.
Yeah, already permitted.
Okay.
Just share
I
directly.
have prepared a presentation in PowerPoint.
Does it have a sound? Then you have to click the sound
No,
button.
no, no, no,
Okay,
no, no. It
okay,
doesn't have
okay,
this.
okay, okay.
Today our topic is positioning of umpires, either at the bowler's end or at the striker's end. I will take you to the presentation now. Now, what are we covering in this topic? We will be covering importance of positioning, umpire's positioning at the bowler's end, which includes stance of the umpire and getting into a side-on position for runouts, either on the right side or left side of the bowler's end umpire. Then we'll have a look at umpire's positioning at striker's end, which includes stance at the striker's end, crossing to the offside when there is a right hand left hand combination, and technique of crossing. Okay, now let's begin with the first slide. Why positioning is important? Positioning is important because it allows you to be in the best possible place to make the decision. It allows you to avoid being in the way of the fading side while in the line or side of the ball or path of the ball while judging a run out. Then it is important because it will allow you to see that you need to see for that particular decision what are the important points that you should have a look at, like if you are at the bowler's end, what are all the points that you should look at. If you are for the moving to the run out position, what all things you should look at, like popping crease, batsman running, breaking off wicket, then the fielder's position or fielder's collection while breaking the wicket, things like that. And it allows you to give to the perception and confidence to the fielding side or the batting side that the decision made is the correct one. If you give the decision while in the best possible position, the players will feel confident. पोझिशनिंग हे का इम्पॉर्टंट आहे आपल्या अंपायरिंग फील्डमध्ये, त्याची ही सगळी पॉईंट्स आहेत. ते आपल्याला बेस्ट पॉसिबल प्लेसवरनं डिसिजन द्यायला मदत करतं. आपण कुठल्याही फिल्डरच्या मध्ये येत नाही, त्याच्या व्ह्यूच्या आड येत नाही, हे बघतं. त्याच्यानंतर ज्या ज्या इम्पॉर्टंट गोष्टी आहेत ज्या तुम्हाला डिसिजन द्यायच्या आधी बघायला पाहिजेत, त्या तुम्ही राईट पोझिशनवरनं बघता. स्टम्प्स आहेत, क्रीज आहे, बॅट्समन रनिंग आहे, ग्राउंड केले की नाही बॅट, फील्डर कलेक्ट करतोय की नाही बॉल, या सगळ्या गोष्टी तुम्ही एकाच ठिकाणाहून बेस्ट पॉसिबल पोझिशनवरनं बघू शकता. आणि तुम्ही बेस्ट पोझिशनवरनं डिसिजन गेलं की प्लेयर्सना पण कॉन्फिडन्स येतो की हा बरोबर करतोय, हा व्यवस्थित पोझिशन घेतोय आणि चांगल्या पोझिशनवरनं डिसिजन देतोय. प्लेयर्सला पण वाटतं हा बरोबर डिसिजन देतोय हा. Now let's have a look at positioning or stance at the bowler's end. Where to stand while giving a decision from the bowler's end. Stand in the line with both middle stumps. Stand in the line with the middle stumps. Either you, before the start of the game, you go to the pitch, go to your position, mark your position, visualize for 1 or 2 minutes. You can also request your partner to help you by standing at the opposite end. These are the things you should consider while standing at the bowler's end. You should stand while you are having equally balanced on both the legs. You should balance your weight equally on both the legs while standing at the bowler's end. Stand where you can get a clear view of popping crease as well as return crease without moving your head. You should only move your eyeballs, not your head, while watching the back foot and front foot landing and then following the ball to the striker. If the bowler while bowling obstructs your view of the popping crease or the return crease, you may adjust your stance little bit by going backwards, little forward. You should adjust after 4 or 5 balls are bowled. You'll come to know whether that bowler is bowling consistently from that position or not. So if the bowler is backing your view of the popping crease or return crease, you can adjust by moving your position. जर एखादा बॉलर्स एंडला पोझिशनला असताना तुमचा व्ह्यू ब्लॉक करत असेल तर थोडं मागे किंवा पुढे उभं राहून तुम्ही ॲडजस्ट करा आणि एक 4-5 बॉल नंतर तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की कुठली पोझिशन बेस्ट आहे, अँड यू कॅन फॉलो दॅट पोझिशन फॉर दॅट बॉलर इन दॅट मॅच. नाउ हाऊ फार यू शुड स्टँड, तुम्ही किती मागे उभं राहायला पाहिजे स्टंप पासून, ते तुमच्या हाईटवर डिपेंड करतं. काही अंपायर्स फास्ट बॉलरला थोडं मागे उभं राहतात, स्पिनरला थोडं पुढे उभं राहतात. काही जण T20 सारख्या मॅचला जिथे बॉल जोरात येऊ शकतो, दोन्ही फास्ट किंवा स्पिन बॉलर दोन्हीला मागेच उभं राहतात. तुमची हाईट जेवढी जास्ती तेवढं तुम्ही मागे प्रिफर करता उभं राहायचं, म्हणजे तुम्हाला हेड पोझिशन जास्ती बदलावी लागत नाही रिटर्न क्रीज आणि पॉपिंग क्रीजकडे बघताना. सो the position you are standing, the distance may differ from fast bowler or to the spin bowler, or the height of the umpire. Then if you are standing too far, you may not be able to uh, view the front foot of the bowler. You may not be confident about calling a no ball if you are standing too far behind, and you will have to go quickly to take the run out position. The distance will be greater if you stand a little backwards. The distance between popping crease and yourself is a bit long than you stand bit closer. Standing too close will also affect you in some way or other. It will sometimes it will be difficult to watch the back foot if you're standing too close, and might might have to look down to view the popping crease as well. And if you are standing too close, we have to be aware that there can be a hard hit ball coming towards you, and you have to react very quickly to avoid that ball. So there are pros and cons of both, but you should adjust according to the bowler and according to the situation. Sometimes the bowler requests you to stand a bit further back or closer. As far as possible, you can adjust unless he makes you stand too far or too close. As far as you can work with the bowler, and you can stand according to his hey. Do not move when answering the appeal. If you are judging a LBW or caught behind, if you are giving a decision, don't give decision while walking. Be in your position, head eye contact with the bowler or batsman, and give your decision confidently. Do not move while also answering appeal. It shows how confident you are while giving a decision. Keep eye contact with the bowler, and whatever is the decision, out or not out, you give your decision confidently and being at your original position, unless it is a run out, obviously. Then getting into a side on position at the bowler's end. Before that, when the bowler bowls the ball and batsman, as soon as striker hits the ball, before following the ball, watch the striker for a second or two. बॉलरनी बॉल टाकल्यावर, स्ट्रायकरनी मारल्यावर, बॉल फॉलो करायच्या आधी 1-2 सेकंद स्ट्रायकरकडे बघा की तो मधनं धावतोय का साईडला धावतोय, बरोबर जातोय की नाही, अँड देन फॉलो द बॉल. मग तुम्ही बॉल फॉलो करा. दॅट विल guide you whether the batsman is coming between the wicket, between inside the danger area or not. Whichever side you go, first get in line with the popping crease. First get in line with the popping crease and then move backwards as quickly as possible from your position. पहिले तुम्ही पॉपिंग क्रीज पर्यंत जा आणि नंतर मागे मागे जा. कीप युअर हेड स्टिल वाईल मेकिंग द जजमेंट. तुम्ही जर एवढा वेळ नसेल, तुम्ही जर पॉपिंग क्रीज पर्यंत पोहोचू शकला नाहीत, तर जिथपर्यंत पोहोचलेला असाल तिथपर्यंत थांबा, जाऊन हेड तुमचं स्थिर ठेवा आणि स्टँड हेड स्टिल ठेवून मग जज करा की हा बॅट्समन रनआउट आहे किंवा नाही. इफ यू डोंट हॅव टाइम टू गेट टू द पॉपिंग क्रीज, stay still and then make a judgment. Now if you to move to the same side, it is a very popular discussion among the umpire to go to the side where the ball is hit, or move to the other side. Whatever you do, be comfortable. If you move to the same side, that of the ball, you may obstruct or impede a fielder. to field the ball or to have a clear view, clear throw. तुम्ही जर बॉल मारलाय त्याच दिशेने गेलात, त्याच दिशेला गेलात, तर तुम्ही फिल्डरला अडथळा आणू शकता. आता त्याला फिल्डिंग करताना किंवा थ्रो करताना त्याच्यामध्ये येऊ शकता. किंवा जर तुम्ही सेम साईडला गेलात तर तुम्हाला त्याचं कलेक्शन व्यवस्थित दिसेल. फिल्डरनी थ्रो केल्यावर स्टंप जवळ जो फिल्डर उभा आहे तो व्यवस्थित बॉल कलेक्ट करतोय की नाही, व्यवस्थित बॉलनी स्टंप उडवतोय की नाही, ते तुम्हाला व्यवस्थित दिसेल. ब्रेकिंग द विकेट पण तुम्हाला व्यवस्थित दिसेल, तुमच्या मध्ये काही अडथळा येणार नाही तुम्ही जर सेम साईडला गेलात तर. बट इफ यू मूव टू द अपोजिट साइड, यू गेट ऑब्स्ट्रक्टेड व्ह्यू ऑफ द स्टम्प्स. मे बी जर फिल्डर उभा असेल स्टंपच्या इथे बॉल गॅदर करायला, that fielder will come between you and stumps, so you might not be able to see whether the stumps are broken correctly or not, and you may obstruct overthrow also. If you are going to the opposite side, if for example ball is thrown from extra cover and you are standing near mid wicket, you may obstruct an overthrow also. Or you may obstruct a fielder who is backing up if you go to the opposite side. Now getting onto the side on position, finally always feel comfortable. What I do is, if the ball goes behind stumps, third man, fine leg, backward point, then I move to the same side. And if the ball goes in front of the stumps, cover, extra cover, mid off, or mid wicket, mid on, etc., I move to the opposite side. Whatever you feel comfortable, you can do that, but you have to practice. While doing a match, you have to keep in mind that what you want to do, and you have to practice. You have to make it a habit, and then you will automatically, the things will fall into place. Now that's about the bowler's end. Now we'll move to the striker's end. Positioning or stance at the striker's end. Stand at approximately 20-meter distance from the striker. See, if you are standing at the bowler's end, you are approximately 22 meters from the striker. Same thing applies to the striker end also. You stand approximately on the same distance, approximately 20 meters from the striker. If you are doing a limited over game and if there is a power play in place, you might have to stand little behind near the circle, so that you can watch the mid wicket fielder or short fine leg fielder clearly without moving too much, without looking back. I stand between stumps and the popping crease while standing at the striker's end. Some prefer to stand on the line. Some prefer to stand in line with stumps, in line with the bowling crease. Nowadays, sometimes in the international matches, we see that umpires are standing behind the stumps, that is around backward square leg position. That may be because they think that they should not come between the camera and the crease or stumps, etc. But I prefer to stand between the stumps and the popping crease, so that I see the inside edge clearly of the popping crease. Then if there is no fielder around, you can stand a bit closer also. You will be in a good position. You have to travel less distance if there is a left hand right hand combination, if you are standing a little closer. And the bowler's end umpire also will be for him it will be easy to look at you if you are standing a bit closer without moving his head too much. If fielder requests you to move a little back, you can always fulfill his request. I will again go through it in Marathi. 20 मीटर अंतरावर साधारण उभे राहा स्ट्रायकर एंडला. जेवढं अंतर बॉलर एंडला असताना तुमच्यात आणि स्ट्रायकर मध्ये असतं साधारण तेवढ्याच अंतरावर स्ट्रायकर एंडला उभे राहा. स्टँड बिटवीन स्टम्प्स अँड पॉपिंग क्रीज. स्टंप आणि पॉपिंग क्रीजच्या मध्ये मी उभा राहतो. तुमच्या कम्फर्ट प्रमाणे तुम्ही उभा राहू शकता, पण त्याच्यामुळे मला असं वाटतं की मला इनसाइड एज व्यवस्थित दिसते आणि विकेट किपर एन्क्रोचमेंट पण दिसू शकते. म्हणजे तो क्लोज येतोय की नाही एवढं समजू शकतो. जर तुमच्या आजूबाजूला कोणी फिल्डर नसेल तर तुम्ही थोडं पुढे उभं राहू शकता. त्याच्यामुळे बॉलर एंड अंपायरला तुमच्याकडे बघायला सोपं जाईल जास्ती हालचाल मानेची न करता. आणि राईट हँड लेफ्ट हँड कॉम्बिनेशन असेल तर तुम्हाला चेंज करायला जेवढं अंतर लागतं त्याच्यापेक्षा थोडं कमी होईल जर तुम्ही थोडं पुढे उभं राहिलात तर. जर आजूबाजूला फिल्डर असेल आणि त्यांनी सांगितलं थोडं मागे उभं राहायला तर तुम्ही तसं करू शकता. थोडंसं त्याच्या कम्फर्ट प्रमाणे तुम्ही उभे राहा. बॉल अडवताना तुम्ही त्याच्या मध्ये यायला नको. Now, when wicketkeeper is standing back and you are at the striker's end, watch hit wicket before following the ball. जसं मी मगाशी म्हणालो की बॉलर एंडला असताना तुम्ही 1-2 सेकंद स्ट्रायकर कडे बघा आणि मग बॉलला फॉलो करा. सेम थिंग अप्लाइज हिअर. वेन द विकेट कीपर इज स्टँडिंग बॅक, स्टम्पिंगचा काही संबंध येत नाही. अँड यू कॅन वॉच हिट विकेट बिफोर फॉलोइंग द बॉल. Just have a look at the stumps where the back foot is, whether the bat is too near to the stumps, and then follow the ball. Because sometimes there is a situation of hit wicket and you are unaware of it. You miss it if you follow the ball too early. Then if the keeper is standing up, watch striker's back foot in relation to the popping crease. There might be a situation where there is an appeal for stumping. So before following the ball, just pause a bit. Just watch his back foot for a second or two. If the keeper is standing up, then after these situations, when the striker hits the ball, follow the ball and watch for catches and batsman crossing. The bowler's end might consult you for clean catches, or if there is a fall of wicket, you might have to make the decision which batsman to face the next ball. So for that, when you are at the striker's end, it's primarily your responsibility and it is easier to you to watch batsman crossing and which batsman should face the next ball. When the ball is behind you, stand side on so that you can watch both ball as well as the batsman. जेव्हा बॉल तुमच्या मागे जातो बाउंड्रीला स्ट्रायकर एंडला असताना साइड ऑन उभे राहा आणि फील्डरकडे बघता बघता बॅट्समनकडे बघायला तुम्हाला बॅट्समन क्रीजमध्ये बॅट टेकवतोय की नाही हे बघायला तुम्हाला सोपं जातं. नाउ क्रॉस टू द ऑफ साइड. जेव्हा लेफ्ट हँड राईट हँड कॉम्बिनेशन असतं तेव्हा ऑब्व्हियसली आपण क्रॉस करून ऑफ साइडला जातो. मे बी T20 मॅच आहे किंवा वन डे मॅच आहे, स्पिनर टाकतोय, प्रत्येक बॉलला रन येते. यू मे नॉट क्रॉस, यू मे चूज टू स्टँड ऑन द सेम साइड टू सेव्ह टाइम. कारण त्यांना ओव्हरहेड पेनल्टीचा इश्यू असतो, वेळ वाचवायचा असतो, गेम क्लोज असतो, शेवटच्या ओव्हर असतात. त्याच्यात तुमच्यासाठी त्यांना थांबायला लागलं फिल्डिंग साईडला तर ते बरोबर दिसत नाही. So you may choose to go to the other side or not, but in case of tight situation, you can stand on the same side while the spinner is bowling. If right and left hand hander is batting, you may cross to the offside. If a fielder is obstructing your view, if there is a short leg which is standing right on the line of the popping crease, or is standing blocking your view of the stumps, then you may cross over to the offside to have better view. Then if there are three fielders behind the popping crease on the leg side, you may cross to the offside to have a better view, especially if the fielder is feeding right behind you at the deep square leg or somewhere there. You need not have to look back and front again and again. You can cross to the offside and have a clear view of it. And if the
प्रणव
sun is, yes, yes, yes,
प्रणव
sir, 2 minutes.
2-3 मिनिटं आहेत. Re-log in
Okay,
करायचं आहे. Just
okay,
inform everybody that they have to re-log in once
yes,
if the
yes,
session gets.
yes, yes, yes. And if there is a sun glare, especially in the evening where the sun is setting down, it may affect you. It may come in directly into your eyes, so you can cross over and stand on the offside. While crossing over, you should just inform the batsman and captain of the fielding side that you are going. You need not take their permission, but you just inform them and you are doing so. If there are three fielders on the leg side behind the popping crease and you cross to the offside, the fielding side captain may get a clue also, so that he will adjust his fielders accordingly. If the session gets over, we will all re-log in immediately and will continue. Not much is left, but after this session, we'll re-log in and continue with your question answers. Then what is the technique of crossing? If there is a right hand left hand combination, you must anticipate whether there is a chance of a single or taking 2 runs, whether we have to cross over to the offside or not. Just anticipate, then begin walking when the ball is in play. When you think that there will be a situation that you will have to cross over to the offside, just begin walking slowly towards the other end, and when the ball is dead, you can walk briskly and go to the other side. Then try to be in your position early without having to run. If you anticipate, if you begin walking on time, more often than not you will reach your position on time, unless you are changing it from 30-yard circle to 30-yard circle to circle, 30-yard to 30-yard, then you might have to run. But otherwise, if you start early and if you anticipate well, you
Yeah, Pranav, you can start. You can share screen
yeah.
and start.
Yes, yes. We'll start with the last slide. जेव्हा आपल्याला राईट हँड लेफ्ट हँड कॉम्बिनेशनला चेंज करायची साईड, ऑफ साईड, लेग साईडवरनं ऑफ साईड किंवा दोन्ही राईट हँड लेफ्ट हँड साठी लेग साईड, तेव्हा तुम्ही आधी अंदाज बांधला पाहिजे की तुम्हाला चेंज करावं लागणार आहे का, बॉल कुठे गेलाय, तिकडे फिल्डर आहे का, तुम्हाला 1 रन काढेल का 2 रन काढतील. 1 रन काढणार असतील तर तुम्हाला चेंज करायला लागेल. तुमचा एकदा अंदाज आला की तुम्हाला चेंज करायला लागेल की मग तुम्ही हळूहळू चालायला सुरुवात करा लेग साईड दुसऱ्या साईडकडे. बॉल प्ले मध्ये असताना, चेंडू खेळीत असतानाच तुम्ही हळूहळू चालायला सुरुवात करा स्लोली, आणि बॉल एकदा डेड झाला की मग तुम्ही पटापट चालत जाऊन तिकडे दुसऱ्या एंडला उभं राहू शकता. शक्यतो धावायचा टाळा. तुम्ही जर व्यवस्थित अंदाज केला आणि तुम्ही जर वेळेवर सुरू केलं चालायला, तर 90-95% वेळा तुम्ही न धावता तुमच्या पोझिशनला दुसरीकडे पोहोचू शकता. दुसऱ्या साईडला गेल्यावर अर्ध अंतर गेलात की तुम्ही मागे वळा आणि मागे मागे जा हळूहळू, म्हणजे तुमचं लक्ष पण राहील बॉलरकडे किंवा बॉल टाकतोय किती वेळ आहे त्याच्याकडे. जर लिमिटेड ओव्हर मॅच असेल, फील्ड रिस्ट्रिक्शन असतील, तर चालता चालताच तुम्ही फिल्डर्स कडे बघा आतमध्ये किती आहे, फील्डिंग पोझिशन बरोबर आहे का, जे पॉवर प्ले किंवा नॉन पॉवर प्ले ओव्हर चालू आहेत त्याप्रमाणे फिल्डर आतमध्ये किंवा बाहेर आहेत का, हे तुम्ही चालता चालताच बघू शकता. इन अ लिमिटेड ओव्हर गेम्स you can watch fielders restriction while walking, whether the right number of fielders are inside the circle or not. While walking you can have a look at that. Okay, that's all from me. Now you can, with the permission of Ganesh sir, you can begin question answer session.
Anyone for a question? Any questions? Yeah, as Pranav rightly mentioned, the success of an umpire depends on how quickly he positions himself. Quickly does not mean hasty. Quickly means getting into position. And I think he covered everything so very well in a short span of time, that all the important pointers he has been able to bring it to light. So, I mean, positioning for an umpire is like taking bath daily. I mean, you can't do without it. Unless somebody here is not doing it daily, then that's another issue. But then we have to be sure. We have to be sure that we're doing it, because otherwise we will land up in causing trouble to ourselves in the game. How many of you watch an international match and focus on the umpires taking a position? I'm just throwing this question open to you guys. When you watch an international game or a game, any game on TV, let's say Syed Mushtaq Ali on Hotstar, how many of you watch how is the umpire getting into position? What is he doing right or what is he not doing properly? See, these are things that has to come as a matter of habit, as a force of habit, as a part of muscle memory. As Pranav rightly put it, it's practice, practice, practice. What you do is what you practice. As he's practiced, when a ball goes square or behind square, he goes to the same side of the ball. And when it's in front of the wicket, he goes to the opposite side. Fantastic technique for him. That's because he's practiced it over and over again. And so he does not have to make an effort to go to a side. I mean, he goes by a force of a habit, which is what you all have to develop. I mean, everybody has to develop as if they have to grow. So if you have any questions, please shoot. Because we don't want to extend the time just for the sake of extending, because now we're going live with this on YouTube over a period of time. Instead of condensing, we'll put proper schedules and monitors into place rather than waste time onto asking people.
गुड इव्हनिंग सर. मी विचारू गुरु कदम.
तुम्ही विचारा, तुम्हाला कोण थांबवू शकतं, बोला.
आता I don't know whether this my question comes under this today's session, but I saw that some umpires at bowler's ends, they stand folding their hands in front of waist, or folding their hands in front of backward side. So what is the right position in such a situation? As
Pranav, will you take?
Yes. There is nothing right or wrong. It's all about your habit. तुम्हाला जशी सवय आहे, तुम्हाला जसं कम्फर्टेबल आहे I used to stand with my hands behind in the early part of my career, but then with practice, I now stand. I mean, with hands straight, uh, हात खाली सरळ हात ठेवून कुठेही फोल्ड न करता फ्रंट ऑफ नाही फ्रंटला पण नाही बॅकला पण नाही. I made it a habit by practicing, and now I stand hands with hands straight. It's all about your
Oh,
comfort, nothing right or wrong.
okay, thank you, sir.
जनरली बघायला गेलं ना आनंद गुरु, जे मागे हात बांधतात ना, दिस इज जनरली फेल्ट, आय एम टेलिंग यू, they are reluctant to give a decision. बोट वर जात नाही. The one who keeps in the front goes quite quickly to give the decision. Both are not very good. Having a hand at the side is probably the best way to do it. Probably the best way to do it. Because you are neither too quick nor too late. But हा सर्व प्रॅक्टिसच्या वर आहे. It's how you practice. It's how your lifestyle is. हात बांधायचा सवय असेल तर ते पुढे बांधणार हात. एक ओबिडियन्स मध्ये उभा राहायचं सवय असेल, हात मागे बांधून, तर तो अंपायर मागे ठेवतो हात. पण जर साईडला आणायचं असेल कोणाला, हात आजूबाजूलाच ठेवायचं असेल, तर त्याला प्रॅक्टिस लागतात. आणि प्रॅक्टिस करा तर चांगला पोझिशन आहे, एकदम उत्तम पोझिशन आहे मला विचारलं की. कारण नो बॉल पण फट दिशी बाहेर येऊ शकतो. नो बॉल पण फट दिशी बाहेर येऊ शकतो. वाईटचा कॉल तुमचं एका सेकंड मध्ये बाहेर येणार. Whereas if you tied behind or in front, you are going to take time. You are going to take time to make those calls. It's a matter of seconds. तरी पब्लिक बोलणार आहे काय तो नंतर देतो अंपायर. Those people watching you from 60 yards don't know what is happening there. ते फक्त तुमच्या सिग्नलवर गेम पकडतात. टीम्स
One more
असो.
thing, sir.
बोल.
If you are folding your hands or you are tying your hands behind, you might take half a second or 1 second more to reach your run out position
Yes.
on the popping crease. So पहिले तुम्ही हात सोडवणार आणि नंतर धावणार किंवा टाळणार, ते हाफ सेकंड 1 सेकंड तुम्हाला जास्ती लागू शकतो.
Absolutely. I was coming to that point of taking positioning after the calls of no ball and wide ball, which you are instantaneous. And then when you're raising your hands, you start, your movements become easier. पुढे बांधा किंवा मागे बांधा, एक 20 सेकंड 15-20 सेकंडचा अंतर असतो आणि दॅट कॅन मेक अ डिफरन्स टू अ व्हेरी व्हेरी क्लोज रनआउट. बघा ते मोठी मॅचेसला तर ते टीव्हीचे स्क्रीन दाखवू शकतात, 4 मीटर आत असेल तरी ते हात दाखवतात आणि बाहेर 20 मीटर बाहेर असेल तरी तो दाखवू शकतो. तसा टीव्ही मध्ये बघून सांगा मला काय करायचं नाही. पण आपल्याला ते नाही आहे. वी हॅव टू बी ऑन द टोज, अँड अ गुड अंपायर इज who gets these right maximum number of times. If somebody says I've got every run out so far in my life, that means he's done only 1 or 2 matches. He's not done many matches. It's very obvious. कारण तुम्हाला वाटत असेल की तू नॉट आउट आहे किंवा आउट आहे. The batsman may have a different perception. The fielding team will have a different perception because that is their mindset. I mean, you see it even with TV umpiring. I mean, one of the teams is not happy sometimes, unless if it's a very close call. Whereas others are okay. Yeah, 20 foot मागे किंवा 20 foot पुढे, they are happy with it. They know beforehand, before the third umpire is going to give a decision, they say चलो चलो खेलो, जगह में जाओ. पण त्यासाठी आपण, because we are going to a higher profile, we should not lose our basics. Anybody else?
सर एक प्रश्न विचारायचा होता. संजय आमरे.
कोण?
संजय आमरे बोलतोय सर.
बोल ना बोल.
प्रणव सर, गुड इव्हनिंग.
नमस्कार बोला ना, हे नमस्कार बोलायचं शिका जरा. गुड इव्हनिंग बंद करा.
बोला बोला.
कुठे गेला आमरे? आमरे गेला कुठे? वर्षा काहीतरी डायलॉग मारणार आता.
तुम्ही घाबरवून टाकलं त्यांना.
अरे काय, मी फक्त इंडियन बना सांगतो मी सर्वांना.
सर अनम्यूट केले. म्यूट मध्ये
अनम्यूट कर. बोल बोल.
येते आवाज? तर
जोराने येतो.
जेव्हा बॉल ऑफसाईडला जेव्हा बॉल ऑफसाईडला येतो ना, तेव्हा आपण पोझिशन ऑफसाईडला घेतो. तर काय काय वेळेला बॉल फिल्डर सांगतात की तुम्ही सर थोडा ऑफसाईडला आल्या कारणाने बॉल माझा रनआउटचा थोडा चान्सेस हे होत. किंवा आपण समजा जर लेग साईडला गेलो, अपोजिट साईडला गेलो, ज्या साईडला स्ट्रोक आहे त्याच्या अपोजिटला गेलो, तर आपल्याला कळत नाही कधी कधी की बॉलर्सनी किंवा किपरनी व्यवस्थित गॅदर करून रनआउटच घेतले की नाही. काही काही वेळेला कशा आता बॅट्समन जे असतात ते एवढे चाणक्य असतात की ते सांगतात सर प्रॉपर गॅदर नाही आला, तुम्ही डिसिजन देते आउट काही. त्यावेळेला जी पोझिशन असते ना, त्यावेळेला भरपूर वेळा असं माझ्या बाबतीत झालेलं आहे की मी पोझिशन घेतली, आयदर इथे घेतलेली पोझिशनच्या वेळेला नाही ना सर तुम्ही थोडं मध्ये आलात किंवा मला थ्रो करायला थोडा सेकंडचा लेट झाला आणि तुमच्या मला ऍडजस्ट करून थ्रो करावा लागला, किंवा मी त्या साईडला गेलो तर सर त्यांनी गॅदर नव्हता केलेला, लगेच त्यांनी बेस लावला, बॉल त्यांच्या हातामध्ये नव्हता. अशा पोझिशन मध्ये आपल्याला थोडं पुढे मागे म्हणजे अपोजिट साईडला पुढे जाऊ शकतो का मागे येऊन हे करू शकतो.
प्रणव, यू कॅन गो एट फर्स्ट. आय
Yes,
विल
yes.
टेक इट लेटर.
ओके. हे बघा, हे दोन्ही सिच्युएशनला प्लस पॉईंट आणि मायनस पॉईंट आहे. सेम साईडला गेलं तरी सेम साईडला गेलं तर तुमच्या मागे फिल्डर येईल, तो थ्रो कदाचित तुम्हाला लागू शकतो किंवा तुम्ही ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट करू शकता त्याचा व्ह्यू. अपोजिट साईडला गेलं तर तुम्हाला ऑब्व्हियसली क्लीन कलेक्शन आहे का ते कळणार नाही. तर दोन्हीचे प्लस आणि मायनस पॉईंट आहेत. तुम्ही कॉन्फिडेंटली डिसिजन देणं महत्वाचं आहे. आणि जर तुम्हाला कलेक्शन नाही दिसलं आणि जर स्ट्रायकर रेंज अंपायरला दिसत असेल, तो बेटर पोझिशन मध्ये असेल, यू कॅन आस्क हिम, तुम्ही त्याला विचारू शकता. शेवटी सगळ्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला एका जागेवरनं कळणं शक्य नाही आणि आपल्याकडे थर्ड अंपायर वगैरे काही नाही. त्यामुळे बेस्ट पोझिशन जी आहे ते तुम्ही ठरवा. जसं मला वाटतं की मी अपोजिट साईडला जातो कारण मला फिल्डरचं कलेक्शन व्यवस्थित दिसतं, मी डेंजर झोन मध्ये नसतो, मला बॉल लागण्याची शक्यता नसते काही. आणि कलेक्शन तुम्हाला जर परत डायरेक्ट हिट असेल तर कलेक्शनचा विशेष प्रश्न येत नाही, क्विक सिंगल असेल, पटकन जायचं असेल. पण काही वेळेला कलेक्शनचा प्रश्न येणार, त्याला इलाज नाही. त्याला तुम्ही प्रत्येक गोष्ट प्रत्येक ठिकाणून नाही बघू शकत. त्यामुळे तुम्ही जर कॉन्फिडंट असाल, कॉन्फिडेंटली आउट द्या. शेवटी बॅट्समनला काहीतरी निमित्त शोधणार किंवा जे कोण ज्यांच्या फेवरमध्ये डिसिजन नाही जाणार आहे ते काहीतरी निमित्त शोधणारच की सर काय तुम्ही हे केलं ते केलं, आउट देऊ शकला असता, नॉट आउट देऊ, व्हॉट एव्हर. बी इन युअर बेस्ट पोझिशन आणि कॉन्फिडेंटली डिसिजन द्या. दॅट इज.
धन्यवाद सर.
सौरभ, कोण आमरे ना?
हो, संजय आमरे.
संजय, अंपायरचा मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट रोल काय आहे?
गिव्ह द बेस्ट इन प्रॉपर व्ह्यू वरून बघून त्याला डिसिजन द्यायचं असतं.
इज टू गिव्ह द बेस्ट अँड करेक्ट डिसिजन ॲज युअर आईज टेल इट. करेक्ट?
हो सर.
तर असं असेल तर तुम्ही जर बॉलचा साईडला जात असेल तर तुम्हाला प्लेयरने बोललं की तुम्ही मध्ये येत आहेत, तर थोडं ऍडजस्ट करा. डोंट गो राईट अप टू द पॉपिंग क्रीज, गो हाफ वे बिटवीन पॉपिंग क्रीज अँड स्टम्प्स. ओके?
हो सर.
बट बघा, तुमच्याकडे तुमच्यावर प्रेशर का टाकताय ते, that you make a mistake. It's not because he is going to be really obstructed. Okay? So you have to tell him, boss, I have to be in the best position to do my job, that is to give a correct decision. तुझ्यासाठी मी दुसऱ्या साईडला जायला तयार आहे, पण मला जर थोडा पण डाऊट आला की मी रनआउट देणार नाही, चालेल का तुला?
बरोबर.
तो बोलला नाही नाही सर तुम्ही इथेच या, मी काही कुठने फेकतो आणि मी विकेट काढतो. कारण तुम्ही सांगायचं की बघ मला थोडाही डाऊट आला, शंका आला की मी नाही देणार, कारण तुम्ही माझा पोझिशन मला चेंज करायला सांगतायत.
हो.
आणि ते तुमचं नुकसान मी असं नाही करणार, डेलिबरेटली नाही करणार, पण
हम्म.
मला जर पाठच दिसला,
हम्म.
हात आणि बॉल दिसला नाही,
हम्म.
एवढं छोटीशी एक बोलून घ्यायचं त्याच्याशी, तो तुम्हाला 120% ही विल टेल यू, यू सर यू स्टँड वेर एव्हर यू वॉन्ट, आय विल थ्रो प्रॉपरली, डोंट वरी. कारण बाकीचे टीम मेंबर त्याला चढणार. If by chance you go to the opposite side and you are not sure of the collection, तुम्हाला वाटलं हात लागला, पाय लागला, काही लागलं असेल पहिला, आणि तुम्ही नॉट आउट बोलला, आणि तो कोण तुम्हाला बोलायला सर असं होतं असं, देन यू कॅन ऑलवेज से सर मी ऑलरेडी तुमच्या प्लेयरला बोललोय, मला डाऊट आला की मी देऊ शकत नाही, मी तिथे जात होतो. यू आर सेव्ड फ्रॉम एम्बॅरसमेंट. इट्स हाऊ यू टेल देम. It is how you tell them. Shruti, come.
धन्यवाद सर.
Shruti, come.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
बोला.
Yeah, sir. Am I audible?
तो इंग्लिशमॅन सारखी ऑडिबल आहे, बोल.
Okay, fine, sir. So, sir, this is something that I have experienced. Like, I have a little bit of difficulty when I'm dealing with this situation. So sometimes what happens is that the batsman strikes the ball towards the cover or the mid-wicket area, and they try running for a quick single. And at the same time, the fielder is also coming towards the ball so that he can take a run out. So by the time that the player like takes the ball and hits it at the bowler's end, I find it difficult to adjust my position from where I'm standing to the popping crease line, because that instinct is so quick. So what I do is I just stand where I'm standing and try to make a decision from that. So I've never had an incident that I have to make a decision, because most probably they have missed the stumps. But is there something that I can do with this? Like, what will be the best position to give a decision? Because I feel that moment is so quick that I'm not able to take a right position where you go and stand at the line of the popping crease. So that's what my question was.
See, it is not always necessary to reach up to the popping crease. If the time is less, you can stand in the middle way, and then watch it from there. Keep the head still while making a judgment, and then you can give your decision. It is not always necessary to go up to the popping crease if time does not permit. You can stand in between and give your decision. Keeping head still is the important thing. While moving, you may not be able to judge very correctly always. So you can stop in between and watch the batsman.
So what is important here, very important here, is you got to practice to move. Where the point you're going to stand after moving depends on the speed of which the game is moving. You may be standing in line with the wickets at the opposite side. You may be between the wickets and the crease, or you may be exactly at the popping crease. But wherever you are, as Pranav rightly said, your head has to be still. There could be another fine case where you have not even moved and things have happened for whatever reasons. I mean, you were a little lethargic. Take the blame on ourselves. Let's not put the blame on the players. Okay, we are lethargic. हो गया, सुस्त गेम चल रहा है, कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. You are not interested. Nobody is interested. Suddenly एक player उठा के फेंकता है, हो सकता है. It's important that you go a step or two behind and watch the ball carefully. It could happen, because the ultimate objective is to give a good decision. But I can tell you, from the angles that you're watching, from behind the stump, from the side of the stumps, because of what they call the trigonometric changes of the lens of the eye or the camera, there will always be a difference
In the view.
in the view, maybe a millimeter or an inch here and there, but it's fine as long as you stand. But that should be only one off. हाँ? अबे ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं हमेशा उधर ही खड़ा रह के डिसीजन दूंगी, ये नहीं हो
नहीं,
सकता.
नहीं.
You have to practice to move. You have to practice to move quickly. You could go to the ground and do side running, quick side runnings. You could start that as a practice, and instead of going on a curve to go to the popping crease, use the cut portion of the creases, the return
Yeah.
crease and the bowling crease. You ensure that you cut from there every time. That is the quickest distance you can go to the popping crease. It doesn't go straight like this, like an arrow. The point of the pencil is this is the point of the pencil is where I'm standing. This is it. You have to move as much as you make the triangle smaller. Two sides of that triangle will be smaller compared to if I go like this.
If you're done.
But you got to practice. As you rightly said, practice, practice, and practice. If you understand this is your deficiency, work on it. But one off. Don't look confused if you're not able to take a position. Be where you are or take a step back and watch intently. You may not go wrong. You may not go wrong. The difference could be, as I said, a millimeter or an inch, which nobody understands. Yeah, but people will say, तुमने जगह पे खड़ा रह के decision दिया. होता है, हो गया. But decision was correct बोलना, बस और कुछ नहीं. In my opinion, the decision was correct. Period. Khatam. Anybody
May I add
else?
something, Ganesh?
Please. Please.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, Pranav. सगळे पॉइंट मस्त कव्हर केले.
Yes, yes,
Covered
thank you.
everything is covered very well. आता या रिगार्डिंग दिस क्वेश्चन मामसा सरांची नेहमी आठवण येते. बऱ्याच त्यांचे डायलॉग्स आहेत, त्यांचे कोट्स आहेत. त्यात त्यांनी सांगितलेली एक महत्वाची गोष्ट पोझिशनिंग बद्दल. If you give an excellent decision and you are not in a correct position, that may not be appreciated. But you are in an excellent position, and even you give a little wrong decision, okay, world is with you to support you. People are there to support you.
Yes, yes.
हे काय एक इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे की तुम्ही प्रॉपर पोझिशन मध्ये लवकरात लवकर यावं. क्रिकेट बाहेरून बघणारे जेवढे लोक आहेत ते तुमच्या बरोबर असतील, जरी डिसिजन मध्ये थोडाफार जरी घोटाळा झाला तो होणार. Because what you see with the naked eyes and what camera sees, their views are different. पण जेव्हा तुम्ही एकदम करेक्ट पोझिशन मध्ये पोहोचता आणि तुम्ही डिसिजन देता, त्याला जास्त वेटेज येतं. तुम्ही किती चांगला डिसिजन द्या, पण तुम्ही पोझिशन मध्ये नसेल तर ते फार त्याची व्हॅल्यू होत नाही, अप्रिशिएट होत नाही ते. म्हणून पोझिशन मध्ये जाणं जास्त महत्वाचं आहे. आणि ऑफकोर्स वेन यू आर इन अ गुड पोझिशन टू सी, यू विल गिव्ह अ बेटर डिसिजन, यू विल गिव्ह अ करेक्ट डिसिजन. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Good point.
Absolutely right. I would say in terms of saying it, but I was only saying, as I already said, you got to be practice to get into proper position always. As Pranav has said, you have to get into one off. Don't look desperate when you're standing straight. म्हणजे हडबडून देऊ नका डिसिजन आउट किंवा नॉट आउट. कॉन्फिडेंट राहा, तिथे उभे राहा. Watch intently. If required, bend a little. Look as if you're doing a job. Don't look you're looking casual. म्हणजे मी विसरलो गेम काय आहे. I mean, we have all been part of Mamsa school of umpiring. We understand all this. But as I said, possible कधी झालं तर. फालतू मॅच असेल रे, दिवसभर बोर झालं ते थर्ड डे, मॅन्डेटरी ओव्हर जबरदस्ती खेळतोय आपण आणि कोणी उचलून तार दिशी मारला. आय वुड स्टील एक्सपेक्ट द अंपायर टू बी इन पोझिशन. as part of his habit. But if not, at least be conscious and see what is happening. Anyone else?
Right, sir. To support this, expect the unexpected. कधी काही होऊ शकतंय, एस्पेशली रनआउटच्या बाबतीत. ते
हा.
जेव्हा तुम्ही एक्सपेक्ट करत नाही तेव्हाच काहीतरी होतं. नेमकं कोणीतरी
बरोबर.
पटकन बॉल फेकून मारतो आणि अपील
हा,
होतं.
बरोबर.
आणि जो गेम मध्ये काहीच नसतं, अजिबात इंटरेस्ट नसतो, काहीच होत नाही, त्या गेम मध्येच असं काहीतरी होतं की तुमची झोप सगळं उडून जाते आणि तुमची स्वप्न सगळी उद्ध्वस्त होतात.
बरोबर.
Yes.
चला,
तो गेम
वर्षा
चांगला
नागरे.
चाललेला असतो. इक्वल वर्षा काय झोपली का?
प्रश्न आहे वर्षाला.
तर माझा प्रश्न
Okay.
आहे, but it's more related to BCCI games. Even though decision like run out and stumping decision given by match referee as a third umpire, its positioning really important in those kind of things.
Yeah. Yes, very much.
Because most of the times, whenever I discuss with the umpires, they only say ki at the end you have to, we are going to refer to you. Okay, that's why they are simply standing most of the times.
Simple answer to them, Varsha Nagre, is I'm seeing whether you're doing your umpiring properly.
Okay.
This is a tool given to you. This is a tool given to you to help the game give a correct decision, not the umpire give a correct decision. The game to give a correct decision. Here you have Varsha Nagre as match referee to help you with a run out. You go and do a local game tomorrow in your city or in your town where the infrastructure is not available.
Right.
What will you do? Will you show the TV?
Not
You
at
can't
all.
show the TV. So
Yeah.
you need to be practicing it. See, I am not saying जर तुझा मसल मेमरी बरोबर डेव्हलप झाली नाही, you will land in trouble as an umpire in some game. म्हणजे हा असा आहे, इट्स लाईक टेकिंग बाथ एव्हरी डे. केलंच पाहिजे, पाणी पाहिजे आंघोळ करायला, तसं आहे. यू हॅव टू डू इट. Shruti has one more question. Shruti has one more question.
Yeah, Varsha,
Sir.
you can answer like this. There is a difference between not taking position at all and taking a position considering that the cameras are in place. कॅमेरा आहेत हे लक्षात ठेवून त्याप्रमाणे पोझिशन घेणं. एक तर नॉर्मल मैदान गेम मधलं पोझिशनिंग आणि दुसरं कॅमेरा आहे हे कन्सिडर करून घेतलेलं पोझिशनिंग. So there is a difference. Not taking position at all can't be justified.
One more thing. If the batsman is running the whole length of the pitch and coming to the other end, why can't you run less than half its length and go to your position?
Yes.
It's happening generally striker end. ही स्ट्रायकर एंड असाच उभा असतो. त्याला माहिती आहे कारण एंड ऑफ द डे त्याला टीव्हीचा शेप करायचा आहे आणि माझ्यापर्यंत डिसिजन द्यायचा आहे. So they're just standing like that only.
If I were a match referee, I would mark that umpire. I would mark that umpire. If he gives me a TV signal when the player is 3 feet or 2 feet outside the popping crease or inside the popping crease. म्हणजे त्याचं लक्षच नाही आहे. म्हणजे तो झोपलाय की आवाज झॅट आवाज आला, अरे उठलो झोपेत घ्या टीव्ही.
Okay, right. Absolutely.
And he could make more mistakes than what he is doing elsewhere. I have seen, with due respect, people going for 3-4 inches of distance. मला पटत नाही. Personal, I may be the old school of thought. I am saying we are losing our basic focus on umpiring if we do that.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Strikers end position is not a position to sleep or relax. You are given a job, you must do your job. Shruti, last question for the day. Come.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. I didn't ask it that time. I just forgot. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, my question is that I basically stand in the middle stumps line at the bowler end. So sometimes in male matches, the problem is that some males, what they do is they bowl really close to the stumps. So they tell me to adjust a little bit. So they tell me to move a little bit inside. That is towards the leg stump move. So when I take a little bit myself towards the leg stump, what happens is like I feel a little bit distracted while I'm looking at the striker, like for an appeal of LBW or something. So, sir, in that case, can I tell the bowler that I cannot move more this side because it will hamper my decision?
You have to just tell him, this is my position. If you want a good decision, I have to be at the center of the pitch. When you're at the center of the middle stump, your eyes are equally focused, pitching, impact, everything is known correctly to you. You shift even an inch away. You try it in some nets, you move 1 inch away and see, your whole vision's angle changes.
Yeah. Completely.
Why do they say that the umpires must stand there? Can you tell the short leg fielder, let's say there's a short leg and silly point. Can you go and tell the captain, या दोघांमध्ये एकाला तरी बाजूला हटवा, मला या साइड किंवा त्या साइडला उभं राहायचं, मला दिसत नाही. You can't. It's their position. Right?
At the
So it's
most,
the
you
same.
can, at the most,
Go
you can
behind.
reduce the distance between your legs. You cannot move
Yeah.
towards the leg stump.
Yeah.
You
Your
have to
nose,
be in the center.
your nose must be on top of the middle stump, period. वाकडा नाक असेल तर ते ऍडजस्ट करा, सरळ नाक असेल तर तिथेच उभं राहायचं. Lilani, last question, Lilani, quickly, because we only 2-3 minutes left.
Yeah, sir. My question was, in case of a close run out or even a possible short run, if a fielder, if our view is blocked by a fielder or in some other way, what is the best way to tackle that situation? Should we be moving ourselves a little to the left or right, or like what? Because we are losing our best position if we are moving left or right. So if a fielder comes in between us and the stumps, what is the best way to tackle with that situation?
You can move.
See, Lilani, I don't know how many matches you have officiated.
Sir,
When
I've
the
not yet
player,
started actually.
so wait. I realized it. That's why I'm telling you. When the player moves to the stumps, the short run, if you're standing in line with the propping crease, you will never miss.
No, sir. I'm saying if a fielder is coming to back up a throw or something and he comes in
They will always come. They will always come.
between us.
Are they going to be static,
No, sir.
or are they going to be moving? If he's covering, he's coming.
Yes,
He's going
sir.
to be moving, no, and he's going to be moving
Yes.
towards the stump or to the line of the throw.
Right, sir.
He's not be running. He's not a horse in the Gemini circus. He'll be just running round and round, no.
Right, sir.
So you have to ensure, if you think he's going to come in line with your seeing the short run or run out, if you have to adjust an inch or a feet here and there, it's your call, because ultimately the ultimate aim is to give a proper, correct decision. That's
Right, sir.
basically important.
Yes, sir.
If you objectively look there, then it's. I think we have less than 2 minutes to complete the session now, and I think I'll thank Pranav profusely for taking up this topic, which will really make a day very worthwhile and fruitful. And till we meet next time, take care, stay blessed. कोण आहे बाबा एवढं गाणं लावून बसलेले आहेत? खुश हो गए ना? Yeah, thank you. And honestly, we have to be looking to get decisions right, and that is where positioning comes. Right? Even with positioning, as Masay said, you may err. But if you are in position, they call you a good umpire. So positioning is the key to a good umpire. Counting of 6 balls, saying out, not out is all possible. But being in the proper position to give a proper decision is something that takes practice. It does take practice. I'm telling you, with modern techniques, we can do quickly, but you have to have that practice to move. I have seen a lot of Khilla Tok umpires in local cricket. Khilla Tok Means they stand where they are. They never move. And slowly I eradicate them from being given any higher matches. It's not a warning, but this is how we operated. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. We are not re-logging in. I think we'll call it a day. And really well done, Pranav. A dry topic well covered by you. Honestly, it made it very interesting and simple slides, simple language, both English and Marathi. Really super presentation. Really super presentation. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. If there is any ladies around, and catch up next Saturday on our next session. Until then,
No, well done.
all those in the Syed Mustaq Ali circuit, take care.